What's going on, everyone? Preach back again, and today we're looking at an RTA because you guys wanted to fucking see one. So Voltrove 38 V2. Thank you Vapr for sending this my way for review. Let's not waste any time. Let's go put a fucking build in it. We'll come back up on top and we'll talk all about the Voltrove 38. Okay, there's the packaging. Your Voltrove is going to come in. I really like these boxes. And same sort of sticker that VC use, I like that as well. Black. Of course they sent me black. Good job there. Huge shout out to Vapr for getting this to me. That's right, if you're interested, that's where you can pick up one of these. And it is, isn't it? It's just a baby EG. It really is. It's a fatter version of what you guys may already have. Watch the camera preach. But it is a smaller version of what I'm already smashing. This is the 41 tank. I stopped using the steam crave because of this. I already know I'm going to like this. The question is, why? Why have a 30, a 35, a 41 and then go, fuck it, might as well have a 38. Well, I mean, you're right, you might as well, but I think we know why they did this, and that was because of this. The Def Tank 37, and we have the Voltrove 38. That's the reason I think they did it. So, you know, don't get all butt hurt on me if you disagree. Fine, you disagree, but I think that's the only reason they did it. Not much to go over. It's literally the EG. If you didn't see the EG review, it did not come apart as easy as I wanted it to. Oh, bottom one's a bit stiff. Bottom one's a little bit stiff. This is always stiff. There we go. Big velocity deck there. Doesn't seem to be dirty or anything like that. O-rings are all good in there. All nice in there. Look, it looks all good. There doesn't seem to be anything like defected with it per se. Let's move all that to the side for now. Extras, you will get an extension, which is nice. So if you want to run her with a bit extra capacity, you can do so. I think I might do that. Might have a look and see what it looks like there. And then you get your extra deck, the postless deck. Now, I'm very interested. Look, I might run the postless. Because I'm not running a lot that are postless anymore. As far as RTAs, I believe I'm using the velocity in there. I mean, that's semi-postless, the def. Look. I'm gonna go with the postless. There might be a few people out there that are gonna be like, no, preach, why go the postless? Because I fucking am. I did the velocity in the EG review. I hope. I'm pretty sure, because that's what I'm running in there right now. So, just to be different, we're gonna go with the postless deck on this one. Let's put it back together with that extension. It'll end up being taller than the 41, won't it? And it's still shorter than the def. Even with the extension on, it is the def tank. This is this drip tip, by the way. That's the 41 endgame drip tip in there. The one that belongs in here. Anywho, looks pretty schmick, even with the tall glass on it. I don't mind it. I'm not going to run the extension though. I'm going to run it in short capacity. Just thinks it looks a little bit nicer in the short myself. Don't know what the capacity difference is. Don't ask me. I'm not going to tell you. There's really not a hell of a lot to go over, guys. It's machined beautifully, but at the end of the day, it's the EG. So if you haven't seen the EG review, definitely go watch that. And we're going to slap some fucking coils in this, alright? These are the goodies we're going to go with. Mr. Tyrone Edwards. I reckon they'll work a treat. Still building on this old fucking mod. I don't know how it's still going, but it is. Need a 1.5 mil bit, and we are going to cut those legs to about 6 mil. Is about where I've kept the legs at, 6mm legs ish, give or take. Obviously, a lot of people using this postless will probably be putting in even bigger coils, but I'm just going to show you that you can get performance out of these things with normal size coils. You don't need to be putting fucking 17 fucking millimeter ID fucking stupid spastic quadruple fucking stapled framed bloody fucking Christmas tree bullshit in your fucking RTA. I promise you, a coil like this is gonna go very well. At least I'm judging for the few mil difference in size versus a few of the builds I've had in the EG, and fucking oath, I reckon these are going to go hard. Could have gone the Dragon's Breath, but fuck it, these ones were sitting here. I wanted to try them. Can't remember what they were specifically built for in mind originally, but this is what they're going in now, Ty. You finger fucking my coils. Fucking oath, I'm finger fucking your coils. Don't worry, they'll still be standing, bro. Do it on camera, preach. Do it on camera. People like to be able to see what you're doing. Oh, I didn't know that. Talking to myself again, guys. And there we fucking go. Just like so. That's how I'm going to run it. Might come just a little bit in there. A little bit in there. That's what we're going to go with. That's definitely not the fucking ohms we're sitting at. That is so wrong, it's not funny. Let's get some heat into these. Ooh. Hot legs. That's me fingers doing that. And this is why you don't fucking finger fuck your coils like I do. Surprising his coils last past fucking this stage, isn't it? Bit of a pain with those hot spots. I think we're looking alright there. Cotton we're going to be using, just some old man cotton. I reckon they look really nice in there. They've ohmed in at a 0.27, which is about right. We're going to run this on top of the Hammer of God, so I hope it performs pretty well. Very nice. Scissy. Snurp. Schnurp. Nice and fucking fluffy. Right about there. And then same for there. And we'll take our little poker of doom and we just poker into there. Just like so. Making sure you have plenty of room. See how the wick just sort of moves around in there. It's just sitting on the bottom. It's all very fluffy, moves around in there. Very easy. In fact, once it comes out, I don't want to go back in. It's fine with a little bit of juice, that'll stay. And that's how you want it. Same on this side. Tuck. If at any point you feel like you're mashing, oh, you might have overdone it. But at the same point, you don't want to underdo it. Okay? I know, it's tricky. That's about perfect. Just like that. I'm going to take some of my heavily steeped juice. That's my white stuff. Some good stuff, that. My white chocolate French vanilla custard. It is my daily. Has been for a while now. Looks pretty rowdy. Looks nice. Put her back inside the tank, which from memory was very easy to do. Just boop, and it stays in place. It's never going to fall out because it's so stiff. I love that. I do like that. Originally I was like, oh, it's a cunt to get out, but I don't give a shit anymore. Now the more I've used it, the more I'm like, oh, I love it. It is literally just a 38 rendition of the 40. Mind you though, those threads on the bottom, oof, it's a bit tight. Might come looser over time, but that's just a bit tight on the bottom there compared to the EG. Let's grab the hog. Alright, fresh 20S's in the hog. Take our baby. Let's hope we don't have to do too much 5-10 adjusting. Oh, right there. That's beautiful. Flush. Very nice. And fill, just like the other. Screw. Now I know a lot of us are used to a turn that way or a turn that way and a pop in the center or either. Look, I really love the threads on this. I was a big fan when I got the EG. I was like, wow, these ones, not as buttery as the EG, but they are still just as thick and grippy. You know, I like that. I like that. So yeah, if anyone out there was interested in the 41 EG, or you know, you like your V2 troves, by all means, this is definitely to try and combat the Def 37 in my opinion. Alright, this is already going on far too fucking long, hey? Let's open this juice flow up, that way. Opening our airflow up might help too. No, I'm just turning it on the mod now. There we go. Let's loosen that back off the thread. There we go. Looking sweet. Oops, dropped it. Looks really nice on the hog actually. I might just fucking run her on there. 38mm goes really nice on there. Alright, I'll see you back up on top, guys. Back on top. And the build goes really good in the hog. Goes really good in there. It was different using the postless deck compared to the velocity. Very, very different. But like I said, guys, it's just the EG. It's just a small EG. So if you weren't able to get your hands on the EG, you can get one now. It's the exact same tank. It's just, look, if I hold it like that, they look the same size. It's the exact same. That I tell you that they only did it to try and steal sales from the deaf. I'm 1,000% sure that that's the only reason they made this RTA. Why? Why have fucking 30, 35, and then a 41, I guess? Well, yeah, sure, why not have a 38, I guess? But I think it's because of the def tank. That thing's killer. If you haven't seen my review on that, go look at it. But this, let's get to this. Look, it vapes just as good as the EG. It does. A little less room, but it's still a huge deck, especially if you use the postless like this. With the postless, I found that the, once again, I thoroughly enjoyed those on the 41, but I had huge coils on the lipo, tons and tons and tons of voltage going through that. This, with your average series build in it, yeah, put it on the 3 little openings like that as opposed to the big. And I'm getting a great flavour that way. Unfortunately, the flavour's a little bit diminished when you have it on the wide open. If you have the airflow wide open, like so, with your average 3.5s or whatever in there, it's just a little bit lacking. Maybe I should have brought those coils up a little bit high, a bit bigger, a little bit higher. Either with the postless, that's what I think. You get a fuck ton of air with this postless deck. So much. Don't get me wrong, that still hits like a dream. That hit is amazing. I think I just prefer the quicker hits with a little bit more flavour. If I switch it back to the velocity like I did the other one, I think that, yeah, maybe I'll run it fully open. But I like it like this. On a hog too. I never would have thought to run it on a hog, but it looks amazing. This is an OG hog too. This is V2 or V3, I think. But yeah, look, there's really not a lot to complain about. The bottom threads, I did point that out down there. The bottom base is nowhere near as nice and buttery as it should be. It's a little bit grindy. Just a little bit. Not bad, just a little bit. The top even, although it's still got those same chunky threads, just don't think it's as smooth as the 41 was. So otherwise, it's the exact same. Guys, we're just talking a couple fucking mil difference. Everything's the exact same. You own a fucking V2 30 or 35 or whatever, same thing, just bigger. I don't know if it was necessary, but I can't say that I'm not glad I got it. I'm very, very glad that I have this in my rotation. It's right up there. I'll put it right up there. Once again, this is a very niche thing that I've been doing with these giant Addies. But if we're putting it in that class, you know, if we're going to put it in the class of 37s and up, so we'll say the def tank all the way up, look, it's not as good as the EG. I would rather just that little bit more room of the EG. The def is going to offer 10 times more airflow and more power to put through it, in my opinion. Just with ease. There's really not a lot to go over. Does it deserve as high of a rating as the EG? Probably not. Just only because obvious things. I just can't fit as much. I already thought that was a niche thing. Why shorten it a little bit? Like, I feel like you would just go the 35 or you would go the 40, you know what I mean? It's an odd bracket to put yourselves in, but I know why you did it. We all know why you did it. And look, it's as beautiful as the EG. It is not finished as nicely though. Not by a lot, just a little bit. Same cons as before. The branding, I hate their branding. I hate seeing that written on top of it. I'd prefer that the lock be etched. Some people wouldn't. They like to see it. Fair enough. And I hate the glass. Although I like the glass more than a normal glass, I don't like how it's been executed. I went over that in the other video as well. All in all, this is a fucking ripping RTA. I can't give it as high of a rating as the EG, as much as I want to, but we'll shave off like a half a point, alright? because I haven't put it down since I started using it. Huge thank you to Vapr. As far as I can tell, they still have quite a bit of stock, so if you're interested, that's where you can pick one up at the moment. So a solid 8.5 with ease, and that's without me really fucking around with it. Like, now that I've got a postless deck in here, I'm like, oh, I already can think of a couple sets of coils in there that might be better. We'll just fiddle in, all right? This is an EG that's just going to fit on a couple more mods, maybe. That's about it. At the end of the day, you like a V2, you like a V2. Thank you all for fucking tuning in. Thank you very much to Vapr. Thank you all for fucking deciding you wanted to see an RTA review. You're going to have to wait for the next one before you see Rachel's pretty face again, guys. We do have another pod review coming for you, though. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I love you all. Hope you're staying safe. Remember, keep on vaping and keep on preaching.